This is a meeting of the school board in public for the purpose of conducting the school corporation's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There will be time for public participation as indicated by agenda item 3. The board receives agenda item information and rationale for administrative recommendations for their thorough review prior to each meeting. We're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, so we have some media to recognize. Teresa Carano is here from the Tribune News. Thank you for being here. Item 3, we have public comment on agenda item. I don't believe we have anyone who signed up to speak, correct? Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda, we have 4.1 personnel.
Under personnel board, you see we have a discontinuation resignation from a high school math teacher. 3 individuals recommended for employment. First one being Carrie Luce. She was paid in the past under WILSA, but this would transfer to ESSER to pay as a full-time sub for that position. The 2 student intern, IT interns, and then 2 retirements that we recognized this morning that came in late. So would ask that the consent agenda be approved as presented.
I guess I'm in favor of any employment. Tabling that until our new superintendent takes over the 14th. I think he should be involved in any changes or anything. So I would like to pull that employment action and vote on the rest of it. I'd like to table that and let the new superintendent make that decision.
None of those 3 have any big amount of money?
No, it has nothing to do with money. It's just the fact that we're hiring employees, and I think we're talking 14 days. And if I was coming in as a new superintendent, I think I would want to be involved in all hiring of personnel.
All of this consent agenda items would have waited until June 21st anyway if we weren't having this special meeting. So this is a special meeting to approve our contract for the superintendent. So I personally feel like we should wait on the consent agenda as well.
And these are not new positions, they're just transferring.
In the past, there was 1 intern, technology intern.
And now we're looking at 2. Okay.
So, I mean, that's an increase.
Right,
but those are students. Those are students. The other position was an existing position, a full-time sub. She helped in the nurses area and then also in the classrooms. So it's really transferring that and paying for that, setting that up to be paid out of ESSER funds.
Would that be more money than what the person's making at this time?
It's the same amount. I mean, it's the same amount for her.
Is this one of those sub positions that we approved last meeting?
It could be. I had shared with Lynn earlier that those 3 positions that we may have available, if we can find people, great. This could be one of those.
Okay.
I mean, it really could
Does
be.
she have a teaching license?
No.
Okay. I think the last time we talked about that person having to have teaching license, so that's why I was just wondering.
Yeah. If we find 3, and I had shared with Lynn, I hope you do. I hope you do find people that will fill those roles.
Would she still be in the medical? Because she's pretty much full-time medical, right?
Yeah. Basically, that's what it would be.
And she already is.
She already is. Yeah.
So it's not really a sub position, right?
Well, I know she goes in the classroom and she does things too. So it's kind of both. So she helps with medical. I mean, she clearly does that. When she's in there, she covers the nurse's station. Well, then the RN nurse can go out to the buildings and do other things that it requires an RN. So that's part of her assignment.
I'm going to make a motion that we pull that and vote on the rest of it.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that we accept resignations and table all other personnel for now. All those in favor? Aye.
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 All those opposed?
Nay.
I'll break the tie and say aye. Okay,
So that
motion
is
passes.
3-2 to
Just to table
table, okay. Until, can you tell me when?
until our new, well, it will be till
June,
next.
June
Yeah.
21st? Okay.
Moving on to 5.0, approval of job descriptions for the Director of Maintenance and Transportation, and the Maintenance and Transportation Administrative Assistant, and the Director of Maintenance and Transportation. Is that all together?
This is the same recommendation that you tabled at the last meeting, so we asked Jim to come back with full job descriptions for those positions, which you have those, and you have access to that. So the recommendation really doesn't change. It's the same setup. It's kind of restructuring the transportation, the maintenance department with the addition of a maintenance technician position. And the purpose of that maintenance technician position is to provide another individual that can work on building projects. Instead of hiring Shamball or Havel Brothers or any of those big-time vendors, if it's something that could be done with someone that has the skill set of doing it, it's going to save the corporation money. So I know there's been an issue about kind of letting things go over time and not thinking that there was money available to do things. There is money available to do things for maintenance on these buildings. It just needs to happen. But we gotta have human resource to make that happen. So maintenance is a big job, and Jim, in his role, he can't do it all.
Well, I'm going to be consistent. I still think that that's something that our new superintendent needs to make the recommendations. He needs to take a look at it and make recommendations. So I move that we table items 5, 6, and 7 on the agenda and give our new superintendent time to review the changes and make his recommendations.
I would second that.
Is there any discussion? It's been moved and seconded that we table items 5, 6, and 7 until the next meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
I'll break the tie. Aye. That motion passes. Moving on to 8.0, approval of proposed superintendent contract.
Okay, board, you have advertised through public hearing the proposed contract details. It's again listed in your program for tonight. It's on the public agenda. We have tonight your recommended candidate, Tim Pavarnik, with us tonight. So we're asking that you approve the contract and the addendum as presented.
Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve the contract as presented and approve the superintendent to be Tim Pavarnik.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do I have any discussion? Okay. The motion has been made and seconded that we hire Tim Pavarnik and approve the contract for superintendent. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion passes. Congratulations. Thank you.
Do you want Mr. Pavarnik to say a few words?
Sure.
Okay.
Make sure it's on. It's on. Well, welcome. Thank you. I want to thank the board for your confidence and trust in me. And I want to thank the community for their confidence and trust in me. And it's my goal and vision to work to have that confidence and trust built as I work here as your superintendent. With me tonight is my wife and best friend, Tammy. Tammy, stand up and say hello. She probably doesn't want me to do that, but I am anyway. She has always been by my side in my education career, my biggest supporter, and again, we're thrilled to have her here, and I think she's thrilled to have me have this because now I've been home for a while. I think the honeydews are done, and she's probably ready to have me out for a while now. But for the community that is watching and listening out there, and the community that may be here, I want you to know that I do not take this responsibility lightly. I value public education, I value families, and I value our students. And I'm going to work hand in hand with this board, the staff, teachers, principals, and with the families in the community to make sure that we give our students the best opportunities to a top-rate education in Whitko. And so I do want to pledge transparency, and anybody that ever wants to come and talk to me about something, and this includes community members, please know that my door is open. Come in and make an appointment to see me because I want to listen to you and I want to hear you. So again, thank you very much. It's absolute humbling and an honor to have this happen to me and my wife tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to Whitko. We are thrilled to have you. Thank you. Okay.
I have a question for the board. Now that you've hired your new superintendent, I had a conversation with Tim earlier about a schedule. We were planning to work the 14th through the 18th, kind of overlap, but I'm hearing that may not be necessary. You tell me, and I want you to tell me. He's hired, so he's on staff. The 14th, I know we've got some plans, and we need to spend that day together. But I mean, what's your pleasure? Do you want me to stay through that week and the following Monday, or do you want me to wrap it up after that? You tell me.
What does Tim
What
think?
does Tim think?
Tim, what do you need?
Steve, I don't want to rain at your parade. I know you went out. But if you could at least spend the week of the 14th with me, I would really appreciate that.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's okay with you?
Okay.
Yep,
Very good.
Is that acceptable with the board?
absolutely.
Okay. 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 Very good. That's what we'll plan for.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
There's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor, aye.
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 Motion passes. Thank you.
Okay, we will have a reception out in the lobby for Tim, for folks to meet Tim. I think Amy's lined up some cookies and water. So please join us out in the lobby. And board, we've got signatures that we need from you all. And Mr. Pavarnik, we've got signatures from you. If you don't mind, come around and come on up here.